Hello everybody and welcome to Anthropology and Archaeology at the University of Bristol. My name is Camilla Morelli. I am a lecturer in social anthropology here at Bristol, and today I will be guiding you through our programs of studies emphasizing why you should study anthropology or anthropology and archaeology at Bristol. I will discuss our teaching and learning approaches, student experience, and finally careers. Now, if you have any questions, please do join us later for the live chat after this presentation, and I will be there with my colleagues and we will be answering any questions you may have, so please join us. So, let's start by asking why you should study anthropology or anthropology and archaeology at Bristol. Well, first of all, the University of Bristol is a fantastic university that was rated the ranked sixth university in the UK for employability. So this makes us obviously very appealing. Bristol is an amazing place to live. It is voted the best place to live in the UK, and this is absolutely true. Bristol is such a vibrant city with so much to offer, but at the same time, it's not a huge city, so it's very livable. It's very easy to live here. Here at the Department of Anthropology and Archaeology, we offer a very unique approach, which is a four-field approach to anthropology, and I will be very happy to discuss this with you in the live chat later. And also what we do offer is a research-led kind of teaching. Our department is not a huge department, which means that we have a very close connection and contact with our students, and every member of staff is able to teach units in their own field of expertise. So for example, I am an anthropologist of childhood and I work with indigenous children in the Amazon rainforest using visual methods such as film and animation. And so what I teach in my units is the anthropology of childhood, visual anthropology. I teach students how to use visual methods, and the anthropology of Amazonia and indigenous people. So this is the kind of research-led teaching that we offer here at Bristol, where you really learn from the experts. And finally, we engage very closely with the creative industry in the city. Bristol has a thriving creative industry, such as it's known internationally for the animation sector, for our amazing art galleries and museums, and all members of staff engage with these institutions and industries across the city, and we get the students involved in this work as well. Now, our courses we offer three courses: a BA in Anthropology Single Honours, a BA in Anthropology combined with Archaeology, and finally a 3+1 program, 3 years undergraduate and 1 master's in Anthropology with Innovation. Now, the Anthropology and Innovation course is run by the Center for Innovation, so please ask them if you have any questions about this course specifically. I will be able to point you to them and discuss this later in the chat if you want to ask me any questions. In terms of the course's structure, I will not give you too many details here because I want to keep the presentation brief. However, please look at the leaflets and the documents uploaded in the resources list, because you can find all this information there. I will just tell you briefly here that the way our courses are structured, both the BA in Anthropology and the BA in Anthropology and Archaeology, is that you start in the first year by taking more compulsory units that are introductions to the main fields of anthropology and archaeology. And then from the second year, you're able to have much more choice and tailor your course of studies in the way that you prefer. And then finally, in the third year, there is a lot of freedom in the sense that students choose a topic on which to conduct research and write a dissertation, always in coordination with a supervisor. So while they undertake independent research, they still work very closely with us. And I will be able to discuss this and give you all other information in the chat. Now, some of these units that you can take that I have mentioned are the Anthropology of Contemporary Capitalism, Visions, Experiments in Creative Anthropology, which is the unit in visual anthropology that I teach, where I teach visual methods to students, Evolution in Action, Discovering the Past, but we have many more that you can find online and in the resources list that you can find here. And again, we can discuss this later in the chat. Now, in terms of our teaching and delivery approaches, we really want to have a variety of approaches here at Bristol. So what we do is that, of course, we offer weekly lectures and seminars to students of various different sizes, from lectures with 100 people to seminars and smaller lectures with 12 students. And this is thought precisely to give students a wide and broad learning experience. But we also offer much more creative techniques, including practice-based workshops. For example, I bring in virtual reality filmmakers, photographers, and animators to teach students how to produce animation, for example, for work. We organize film screenings and debates, and our students actually get to do field work, both in anthropology and archaeology. In terms of assessment and feedback, again, we do offer the standards methods of assessment that are essays and exams, especially in the first year, but we do also have a variety of creative forms of assessment, such as visual essays. Students curate their own exhibitions with creative presentations and so forth. And we do offer detailed and substantial feedback that is provided both in written form, but at the same time the students are encouraged and they do come and talk to us very often on a weekly basis to receive feedback and discuss their coursework. Now, the student experience at Bristol is generally very, very good. We have a variety of student societies, both across the university, but we have also our own Anthropology and Archaeology Society that is run by the students themselves, and they organize a variety of fun and social activities. But we also offer many opportunities as a department. For example, our students can take a semester study abroad if they want. But we also offer field trips. We are extremely lucky because Bristol hosts the Royal Anthropological Institute Film Festival, which is one of the biggest events in anthropology in the world, really, and it happens here in Bristol, and students take part in it. They can work for the festival, which is an amazing learning and work opportunity. We offer archaeological digs and so on. Now, on top of this, what we really do offer here at Bristol is a very strong kind of student support. So we have a system in place. We have every student is assigned a personal tutor from the very beginning, and they will meet their personal tutor, who is a member of staff, regularly to discuss academic work and academic progress and all of that. Every member of staff has weekly office hours, and our students always come and see us in our department. But we also have a system in place to ensure that students receive the necessary pastoral care that they may need. So we have senior tutors and we have a well-being team that our students can go to, and we always encourage them to do that if they need pastoral care, if they're going to complicated personal circumstances and so forth. And this is all done ethically and anonymously and confidentially to ensure that the student can have the best possible support in their studies and in their personal life as well. Now, of course, something very important that we do here is that we want to prepare our students for the future in the best way possible. So we have an amazing career service run by the university and actively engaged with our department. And they even run one-to-one sessions and tailored programs for our third years. We have an Arts Careers Week, which is an annual week of workshops with alumni and professionals in the arts-related sectors. But in our department specifically, we also have very strong links with the industry in in Bristol that open up a range of career opportunities for our students. So we'll give you some examples now. My colleague, Dr. Neil Carrier, he works with a charity called Transform Drug Policy, which offers internships to our students, and so that again opens up career opportunities later. I work with the animation industry, as I told you, and I teach students how to use animation, and indeed a lot of my students have gone to work in the creative sector after their degree. Dr. Kit Opie teaches evolutionary anthropology through his links with Bristol Zoo. So he uses, building on these links with Bristol Zoo, a lot of his students have decided to conduct postgraduate research under his supervision, and now they're working together with Bristol Zoo. So this is again another opportunity. And finally, Professor Kate Robson-Brown has recently curated a major national exhibition at the M Shed in Bristol, and students helped there organizing it and running the exhibition, and now some of them have gone to work in the heritage and art sector. So again, we have many, our links with the industry open up for many opportunities for the students. Now, to give you a sense of the various and varied possibilities and career opportunities that you can have, I will show you some testimonies from our graduates. So Bethan, whom I supervised her dissertation, she graduated in 2016, writing a dissertation on how people experience art in art galleries. And because of this, then she was able to get a job as an art curator at the Lowry Museum in Manchester. And she's always stressing, of course, how her studies and her research here at Bristol has helped her achieve this career goal. Nadia Al-Sayed also has a very successful career. She graduated in 2018, and then she went on to work as a UN intern and an independent researcher. And again, stressing the value of what she studies here to then develop this career. Roshin is working as a political journalist. So again, you can see how our students go on to do very different kind of things in her work, and they all stress how studying anthropology and archaeology can really open up many opportunities even beyond what one may think at the beginning. And finally, Errol works as a children's books editor. So again, something completely different, but also stressing that what she's learned through studying archaeology and anthropology has helped her and does help her to put because she can put the skills she's developed in practice in her work. Now, finally, the next steps. So if you want to know more, the first thing to do, please, is to click on the links in our resources list to find out more. And please join us for the live Q&A, where you can ask any questions you may have to me and to my colleagues, and we will answer all of your questions. But if you do have questions after today, please email Choose Bristol at the email you see here, and they will be able to answer your questions. And I hope to see you at the live Q&A. I'm going to leave you for now. And thank you so much for your interest in the Department of Anthropology and Archaeology at Bristol. And I really do hope to see you here in the future. Bye-bye.